Ooh, look at my cute earrings. I just bought these and I think they look perfect. I wanted to do a video looking back to my past. My little baby. I'll show off my little pumpkin pie. Hey, baby. Because I will be turning 30 in 2 days actually. Today's Valentine's Day and I got myself some really nice little treats that I indulged in. I'll post like a video of it, but I wanted to do an homage and kind of go over everything that I manifested. I actually have things written down. This is my journal. She's kind of dirty. She's been through it. Whatever I'm feeling in the moment, strong emotions, I write it down. And it's so funny because I've read through some of these and I cringed. Past me was messy, and you know what? I love her for that. She was delusional and I live. I digress. I'm just gonna express the points that were kind of like, I deserve this, I want that, and them happening and kind of going into it. And then I have this other little notebook, which I would say like this is like feelings and like intensity in the moment. And this is kind of like things that I thought throughout and really want it written down. It's really cute. So here's like the title. It's my little booklet of manifestations. And I started this in 2022. Here's the first page. I also added some like images from like magazines that I cut out that I feel like perfectly encapsulates what I wrote down. Yeah, I'm just showing it off here, and I'll probably like, I don't know, not sure what I'm gonna do, but dear universe, before I manifest my ideal job, I would like to express my gratitude for all of your hard work. Thank you for guiding me and allowing me to grow into the beautiful person I am today. Even more beautiful now, because oh my goodness, me during this time frame would not have thought that I'd be like this. Thank you for your unconditional love and your wisdom. I will continue to radiate my wonderful energy for as long as I can. I am writing today to shape the ideal job. Right now my job isn't one that brings fulfillment. There is a little satisfaction and more stress than I would like. Although I manifested that job, I know that I can do better. Yes. I manifested my very first job, and actually I have some of that here. Basically what I asked for here is what I've got, which is great, but so much stress came from it, and so I realized like, yeah, I want something not as stressful. My ideal job does not suck the energy out of me. That is, I go through little to no moments of stress. The pay is spectacular, 50K plus salary, so I do not have to worry about money. The workload is fair and I have enough energy for the things I am passionate for. And there's a second page. I love this page. This is so cute. I love the collage that I did. Here's the collage that I did, and then the writing. Did this first. I think I was very heavily focused on like sex appeal and like feeling like confident. I think the way I went at it was probably not the best way, but I'll show you the writing here. What field is this? I am not sure, but I trust it is one you know will be aligned with me. I am thankful for my experience at, but I know it's time for something new. Okay, And here's the second part. I said, if possible, I would like to sneak in one more manifestation. I will be a sexy and powerful skinny legend by the end of the year or the start of 2023. I will be more aligned to my true self, which will manifest in the form of my sensual body and eye-catching energy. I will be radiating sex appeal, sexy, confident, feminine energy. I am becoming a better version of myself every day. I think something that's wonderful is that I have been accepting myself for the way that I look and my body. I actually like my tummy. I'm very happy. I don't know about sensuality. I don't know if I radiate sensuality or sex appeal. It's kind of funny, but I do feel more confident. I do feel like I'm a lot more feminine, and I know that I wanted to explore my femininity more, but I didn't have like a vision of what that looked like. I didn't have an image. It is so interesting that I went this direction, but I'm not complaining. I'm very happy. Yeah. My now job, there is less stress. I'm a lot happier. I do have more energy than I did with my first one, but it's still tiring. But I think that's kind of on me because I'm trying to right now figure out a way to like balance my work life and my personal life. And now I have my super emotional one. I'm gonna be very careful about this one because it is very intense. I have this one which was written on July 18, 2021. During this time, I was living with my family and I had to share a room with my mom, so I didn't have privacy. Also, it was in Los Angeles, which I outgrew this place and I just felt like it was time. So this is what I wrote. I'm not going to stay in a place where I'm miserable. This year I will, and I put a bunch of lines under I will. Get hired. Mark my words. One day I'll look back to this journal entry and think about how badass I was. And I'm gonna get a bleep job. This was a very angry entry and there's so much cussing everywhere. Yeah, I remember I was very tired of living there and really wanted my own place. I didn't like driving there either or going out. I wasn't happy. I actually ended up getting hired in October from my first job. I know that I was looking for a job where I could grow, and I remember specifically saying this like in interviews, like I'm looking for a place where I can grow. And I got hired because my boss told me that he saw so much potential in me. This one I wrote on November 5th, 2021. I won't share all of it actually because there's some delusion in here. It's kind of funny, but with that being said, I have a few manifestations for 2022. First, my credit score will reach 700. My credit card and PayPal will go down to 1,000. I will have at least 5,000 saved up by June. I'll have my own apartment by the end of 2022. My credit score is better. I think it's in like the mid 700s, but I don't think it was this fast. So that's another thing too. A lot of these things were kind of like out of my control timing wise. So some of these definitely took longer, but they did happen. And as for my apartment, I said by the end of 2022, but I actually got an apartment at the start of 2022. And I'll probably throw some pictures of my place. It was really cute. I decorated it nice. It was small. It was a studio apartment, but it was my own place and it was great. Okay, so I found another journal entry and this is from December 20th, 2021. Not to mention, I'll be climbing my way up at work, doing fantastic at my job. And I'm not gonna say the last one because I was so obsessed with this. It's not even, whatever. I came back to write on my notebook on April 13, 2025. This was last year, and I said notes. I just noticed I said, quote, I'll be climbing my way up at work, end quote, because I'm almost certain I meant improve in my current role, but I ended up becoming a team lead. So I started off as like a technical support associate, and then after like maybe a year and a half, I got promoted to technical specialist 2. And then I think like 9 months afterward, I got promoted to team lead. And shout out to my boss. Oh my god, he was very, very supportive, and he wanted the best for people, and I really, really appreciate it. I just do think that I outgrew my old job. Alright, and here's another one. Manifesting self-love, taking care of my body, nurturing my body, being gentle, and forgiving myself. It did take a while, but I'm finally now and have been for like the past 3 months or 2. Nurturing my body. I've been eating healthier, more greens, more protein, not for weight loss, but for like gut health. I've been really into gut health because I had a health scare at the end of last year, and that kind of scared me into eating well. I'm very gentle and forgiving of myself. Yeah, self-love. Oh my god, yeah. I love myself. I love myself more than I've ever have.
Yeah, and speaking of self-love, here is me hyping myself up because I dressed up so nicely and I really love this dress and I was feeling myself and I made this waist gold chain. I was just feeling really, really good and I felt so beautiful, and I am also really happy that I am going into my 30s accepting myself more and being confident in my body, because for the longest I could not channel that confidence unless I was thinner. And throughout my life I've always went through phases where I gained weight, I lost weight, gain, loss, but every time I lost it, I would not have that confidence. So I think the past year and now this year has been challenging me with channeling that confidence in my own skin. And that is something that I am extremely grateful for and will continue to strive for.